Claudette, welcome. That's better. Ah, Lord, everything's tilted. How are you doing, Claudette? Good to see you. I appreciate you being here. Thank God it is Saturday. I really need the time off. Today, Christine, therapist Vlog. Welcome. Let's see, what's your channel? Go to channel. Wow, you have 3K, and I am subscribed to you already. Let me put your link out. This is Christine's link. And you have standard moderator. KP Heathen, how's it going, Heathen? Good to see you. It's Sunday where you're at. It's still Saturday where I'm at. You're 13 hours ahead of me. So it's 7 p.m. here in Texas. Oh, I'm tired. Little Lone Prepper in the house. Thank you for coming in, Little Lone Prepper. I tell you, Little Lone Prepper had commented about she didn't want to hear anything until she had a couple of cups of coffee. Well, I'm the same way. This morning, I had two 12-ounce cups of Folgers with vanilla creamer, and they're good. I took my medication, 6 different medication pills I have to take every day. Took those. Joshua, or Josh, Hillbilly Josh Loftus. That's a mouthful. I can tell you all about the adventure I had today over at T-Mobile. I can tell you I had an adventure doing the taxes today. I went over to Hewlett Packard. No, Jackson Hewitt, excuse me. God, I don't even know where to go. I went to Jackson Hewitt. They've done my taxes the last 3 years. I had to go back home for an extra form that I forgot to bring. And then I had submitted it, and I owed money because I didn't declare my daughter as a I didn't declare my daughter this year as a dependent. I filed her taxes, and I declared her as her own dependent, independent, filing single. So she's getting over $1,000 back on her taxes. Me, I had to pay out over $700, and with the service and everything, it's like $1,000. And then I get a voice message from Jackson Hewitt that my tax return had been rejected and I needed to submit another form. So it's like, oh boy, okay. So I got to go find the form, and or maybe I don't have it. I don't know. I have to find a form, and then I've got to go back over there tomorrow to resubmit. And with my luck, it'll be more money. Um, this is a Zippo lighter made in the United States. Might need some more lighter fluid. See, that's the thing. That's the thing with these bloody things. To put more lighter fluid in it. I've got tons of this stuff, but gotta watch the wicks. They wear out. Occasionally, you gotta replace the. There's a crystal in here you have to replace, and you know, gotta put lighter fluid in it. I tell you what, these never fail you as long as you don't get them wet. These you can get them wet and they won't fail you. 25 for $1.50. I got them on sale. Bought a bunch of them. You know. Let's see who else snuck in on me when I wasn't looking. Well, I see Uncle Al is here. Hello, Uncle Al. 4 in the house, 6 likes. Thank you, everybody who has come in and left a like. I'm oftentimes told by my mentor, stick to the script, stick to the script. You know, and you know the script is being prepared, preparedness. That's my go-to. My bread and butter is be prepared. The Boy Scout motto: be prepared. Preparations. And the Black Widow channel. Hello, Black Widow. I left a comment on your community wall post, Widow, relating something similar that had happened to me a while back. And I feel your pain. And I really don't blame you. So I was looking at what I've done recently. I put up a short. Well, I tell you what, I had put up 2 shorts. And then one of them started getting hits. And the other one got like 2. So I took it private. And I just left the one short up, the new short. And it got up to right at about 100. And after it got up to about 100, I released the other one. So it showed, you know, well, it's been, you know, I originally dropped it a couple days back, but really it had been private most of the time, and I just opened it up, you know, to public. So that short has 34 views and 9 likes. You know, it's like a 45-second short, 34 views, 9 likes. I released a 2-minute, it's about 2 minutes, video. It's a little long for what you'd call a short, and I don't like the dimensions of the shorts. So I released it as a video, put music to it, and basically what it is, it's a bunch of pictures from my phone of my classroom and of food and, you know, just shots of stuff that I spliced together, put music to it. It's 2 minutes long. And it has 14 views and 8 likes. So if you have not visited me other than on live streams, I would appreciate it if you would go over and give it a little love. The short, and you know, and I don't know, I get a lot of notifications for shorts, like, you know, you're just scrolling through and whoops, here's shorts, and you hit it and you start hitting, and it's the same people. Um, I look at a lot of Uncle Al's food shorts. He does a lot of little shorts and prep stuff, you know, shorts. Good stuff. Bert does a bunch. Gina, who's over in the Philippines, she's a school principal. Um, Ed's Monday, EDZ Mundia. Um, she does a lot of shorts, dancing, exercise shorts. Beautiful woman. She's close to my age. Beautiful woman. Great body for somebody, you know, right at 60. I mean, gorgeous woman. Um, Yesterday's live stream, 63 views, 26 likes. So, you know, I'm happy about that. Every once in a while, I spike it around 100. Like if I go for a few days without doing a live stream, that next live stream that comes out usually has a bunch of views. You know, people are wondering, you know, did I die or something? No, I didn't die. I've just been tired and haven't been feeling well, been stressful at work. I will not be doing a live stream Tuesday because there's a function at school, a parent function from 5 to 6:30, and I'll be at school to probably 6:30 that day, so I will not do a live stream Tuesday. And I'll try to remember to do a post on my community wall about that. Melinda Elliott, hello Melinda Elliott, thank you for coming in, Melinda. And Belinda's Country Living, thank you for coming in, Belinda. I'm scrolling back to see who I missed while I was talking. I've been advised I need a co-pilot, somebody to ride shotgun for me, and I'm taking recommendations and I'm taking volunteers at this time. So I took my daughter. My daughter is on my plan. So my wife, my daughter, and I are on the same plan, and I get my internet service from the same Optimum. Used to be Suddenlink. It's Optimum now. So my daughter was not happy with the service. Optimum's not the best service in the world. It's better pricing, but it's not the best service in the world. So she wanted to have a better service. She uses her work phone a lot, and it's got great coverage. You know, she's got top of the line with her work phone. So we went over to T-Mobile, and we switched her out of my service, dropped her from my service, and put her on T-Mobile. And then I set it up to be billed from my checking account on the 14th of every month. Her phone will still, you know, it's under her name, but it bills out of my account, my checking account. So I switched her over, and it's on a monthly basis. I can stop it whenever I want. She doesn't have not buying a phone through them or anything. And she's got full everything, total, whatever, and it's $90 a month. It's not going to go up, except for $90 a month. And the thing is she's got like full internet, the whole nine, you know, unlimited everything. So, and thank you for Thumb 9, Melinda. Good evening, Creative Redundancy. Thank you for coming in. CR. So, I've had 10 channels come through leaving comments, and I've got 11 likes. Thank you. 8 in the house right now, currently. Let's see what else I've missed. I haven't been watching. Mr. Whistle, welcome, Mr. Whistle. So one of the things that I did in my description to my latest video, which I posted today, I did a shout out to 30 some odd channels. I did a shout out on all the channels that were here last night. We're looking at 24 different channels last night that came through. And I did a shout out and put them all in the description of my latest video, which is 2 minutes long. It's a series of pictures, of images I shot at my school in my classroom. Various food and items and such, you know, from breakfast and lunch that I've been eating. And I encourage you to look at the channels that I linked. And these are all good channels. And if you will join them, they'll join you. And, you know, you can grow together. And I've been putting hashtag Modern Day Breakfast Club in most of my stuff. And there are 4 or 5 people from the Modern Day Breakfast Club that support me, that I support. You know, there's probably 100 people in the Modern Day Breakfast Club, but I don't know most of them. Most of them do not come to me, and I don't go to them, and I just don't have time. You know, I try to frequent, and I try to support the people who consistently support me. Those are the people that I consistently support. You know, and I've got people that will run my live stream, so I get my hours that way. And you know, I'll get 12, 13 hours from a live stream, and then I'll have several people come back and do full replays. So if I do at least an hour, I'll get at least an extra hour. So I get 15, 16 hours, 17 hours sometimes. Sometimes I get 20 off of my live streams. My view count is down. You know, I mean, you get to the point where you get about 1,000 views a week. And my subscribers right now, I'm at 1,523. Was it 1,524? Now I'm at 1,523. I go up a little bit, I go down a little bit. I'm not really growing right now. I haven't been growing for the last several months. There's channels that I was bigger than, and now if I look at them, I say, whoa, you're bigger than me, you know. And I had several hundred more than they did. Now they have a couple of hundred more than I do. And just, it is what it is. I'm not doing the aggressive outreach and attempt to grow the way I was previously. You know, you've got to have 1,000 subscribers. You've got to have 4,000 watch hours. I've got well over 4,000 watch hours. You know, I try to help people who are trying to get those watch hours. They say, once you get the watch hours, then you got to get views. Well, I'm not monetized yet. You know, I mean, I'm in the process of trying to get monetized, but like for whatever reason, I'm having difficulty with the process. I mean, I've got 2-step verification turned on, and then there's a few other things, you know, I'm having difficulty trying to accomplish with that. So I've got to go over to and read up on it some more. I feel stupid, you know. There are people who I've talked to, so it took me about 5 minutes. I've tried several times. I can't, you know, having difficulty. It's like, hell, I got 2 graduate degrees, you know. 40 years ago, if you give me and 100 people an IQ test, you know, I would have topped out most of them, you know. And today, you know, and I've never been a drug user or big alcoholic, you know, or marijuana user, so I haven't been killing brain cells, but I guess stress has been killing brain cells. I don't know. But I'm not the person I used to be. And I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm just telling you the way it is. You know, I'm tired. Um, I don't know what's happened to him. I really don't. He likes to be called Bruno. Um, I mean, I know his Christian name. He doesn't want to give it out. He doesn't want me saying where he lives, you know. And he's sort of a peculiar in some ways. 30 years old. Um, I've got a pretty good, relationship with him. I haven't talked to him recently. He hasn't texted me recently. He was always texting me. He hasn't texted me recently. We haven't talked recently. He hasn't put out any content. Um, Questions are about, you know, did he lose his service? Did he get kicked off his service? Did something happen to him? I don't know. I have not tried to contact him. I will call him after the live stream is over and see if I can get a hold of him. But you get into the situation. You get into the situation. Yeah, I appreciate if you can help out when you post stuff for me, or when you link channels for me. I truly appreciate that, ladies. Uh, I've thought about. I'm planning on upgrading my gear, so I'm planning on getting a new um, MacBook. I'm planning on getting a new iPad. I'm planning on getting a new iPhone. I'm probably going to get a new ring light, something a little bit bigger than what I have. I'm going to try to upgrade my game. I may start using StreamYard. If I use StreamYard, I can pull up one or two people that can basically run. They can basically run interference for me while I try to talk about whatever I'm going to talk about. One of the things that I will say, about preparedness and such, and the way things are right now, you've got to be careful. I go into Walmart, I go into Sam's Club, I go into some of these stores, and the number of people that you see that looks like they just got off the boat, or they just got here recently, tons of them. And you hear about these incidents where somebody is walking around at night, which is not really safe. They're walking in parks, they're walking along the street, they're walking along the river, they're wherever, and then things happen to them, and then they find bodies. Young women, young men. A lot of the stuff that Bus Stop does, he does a lot of shooting at night. Like he'll upload where he's standing along this creek, or he's standing on this bridge over this creek or whatever, in different areas where he resides or where he moves around. And it's like, I would not be doing that unless I was really armed, and I don't think he's armed. And I'm sure he's a pretty good sized guy, but there's a lot of bad people out there right now. So I encourage people. Yeah, Google Ads. I know that was something about an ad. Something about, and then they want your checking account information so that they can send money to your account when you've earned some money. You know, and I know they don't want to send you money unless it's at least $100. So they got to owe you $100 before you get anything from them. So for me, it'd be like, once a year I'll get a check for $100. Well, put all this effort and everything into it, and all the hours that you put into it, and you're not. It's a hobby. YouTube is a hobby, and Google AdSense. All right, well, what I'm liable to do is I'm liable to cheat and get a young person to help me. The young people know so much more. My daughter today, I let her deal with the young lady over at T-Mobile. I stood there, and so when they wanted to call over to the company that we have right now, and they wanted verification, I picked up the phone. Yeah, my name is so and so, so and so, and I've got family plan with such and such, such and such, and my daughter on my plan, and my wife and I are staying on our plan, but my daughter's getting her own plan. She is an adult, and she wants to have her own plan with a different company. So then you've got to get a PIN, and you've got to get a, you got to get your account number, and you got to get a PIN, and all this, BS to transfer from one company to another, and you get to keep your number, and they change out your little card. There's a little card they change out. So, and it is what it is. So, Saturday evening. Boy, we're hard up if we're watching me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just keep, just, it's, you look at my demographics. The people that watch me tend to be over 40, somewhere between 40 and about 70, 75. They tend to be, like me, old school. We tend to be a little bit slower. We tend to have a little bit more um, old school thoughts, reading, what we talk about, what we're interested in, good food, good conversation. I don't know if you're getting if we were on the phone, you'd have a good conversation with me. I can talk about everything, and I don't have to worry about YouTube wanting to take down my videos because I said something other that violated their standards. And I'm not talking about cussing. You talk about subjects that they find sensitive, or you say things that doesn't really go with what their narrative is. You know, and you're sewing. Well, that's good. My wife loves sewing. My wife has like 4 different machines, and she's got different, and some of them are like they're specialized for doing certain things. And she's got the foot pedals, and she's got this, and she's got that, and she's got a room dedicated. She's got a pretty good sized bedroom that's basically, she's got 4 those, what, 3 feet, 3.5 feet by 8 feet tables, big tables, you know, side by side laid out, and she's got it all, and she's got the closet filled up with sewing stuff, and she's got materials all over, and that's one of her hobbies. That, cooking, and gardening. Those are her big hobbies. She planted a ton of rose bushes here a while back. We got roses all over the place. I really need to do a video when she gets it all cleaned up nice and neat, from the, I need to do a video on that. I used to be the yard person. When I was retired and I wasn't working, the yard was mine. And I mean, I kept the yard looking better than she does. But then she's got other stuff she's doing. She's also still involved in martial arts. She loves her karate, and she teaches. A couple of days a week she teaches in the evening. Oh, she does lots of. She will make gifts. She does like really nice blankets. She'll make blankets for young people. You know, Nieces, nephews. My wife is the baby of 10. So the nieces and nephews are having kids now. So she's constantly sewing and making pillows, and and she can use a pattern, and she can make clothes. She'll alter my clothes. She can alter my stuff. Um, like I will buy. I've got. I'm sorry. I'm fat as hell. I'm fat. I got like a size 20 neck, so I have to buy an oversized shirt. So I'll buy an oversized shirt that'll let me close it at the neck. That's the size 20, and then it's like way too big on the sides. So she'll go and she'll cut it and she'll take it down and she'll resew it, so it's like doesn't look like a 10 on me, you know. And she enjoys it, and a lot of things that she enjoys, I enjoy, but I don't have time for it. Like cooking, I can cook. I have not cooked in a while, but I can cook, you know. And I enjoy cooking, and I enjoy healthy cooking. And the thing I can't get her to do, when I cook, I clean as I cook. So while I'm cooking and I'm using pans and using various things and getting them dirty, I'm also, cleaning and washing them and cleaning them and putting them in the rack. And I clean as I cook. So when I get through cooking, there's not that much to clean up. When she gets through cooking, the place looks like a damn hurricane hit it. And trying to teach the kid that, you know. But the kid tends to take after mom when it comes. Not as bad, because she doesn't do as much cooking and she doesn't cook as much variety as the wife does. She does a lot of basic stuff, so she doesn't make as big a mess. Whereas the wife, she makes a big mess, when she cooks. Hey, Verna, thank you for coming in. Vase Place. I get people that watch my, like, if I do a video or I do a short, they watch those, but they don't come to my live streams. Yeah, I don't know. They could take me for a few bits. They don't want to take me for an hour. That's fine. And like when I give people love, I mean, truthfully, uh, I enjoy listening to Verna, like when Vay's place, when she does she does her streams, and she uses StreamYard, and she'll have some people on, and I enjoy it. It's slow paced, pleasant talk. I enjoy it, but I don't have 2 hours or 2.5 hours to do that. So I give her love, but it's like, well, I'm asleep. I got a playlist running. Put the playlist together, and she gets her hours. But I can't, and I do the same thing for a number of people. Looking at who's in here right now, uh, Heathen does shorter stuff, so I mean, I watch Heathen stuff. Hillbilly Josh, yes. Uncle Al, he doesn't live stream. I watch his stuff, and I really enjoy his. He'll do short stuff. I watch that. I always leave everybody I watch. I leave a like and a supportive comment. Um, Uncle Al, he puts out so many videos. I'll watch a couple of them here, watch a couple of them there, get most of his shorts. And when I watch a video, I watch the whole thing, but I'm missing out on them. I don't have the time to watch the way I used to, so I can't. If he loads up 3 or 4 of them, I'll watch a couple. I just don't have the time, especially when I'm trying to give other people, which I'm behind. So there are other people that I'm behind on, watching their stuff. Like Shovelhead 8, Sean, I'm behind on him. Play No Chuck, I'm behind on Chuck. Scott, I'm struggling with Scott. SD Mountain Man. Um, like the Black Widow doesn't live stream, but the Black Widow does. Well, Black Widow does really excellent shorts, excellent shorter videos, but they're shorter videos, shorts, and then she'll do these 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 hour. I ran a 6 hour one here a couple of nights back, overnight. And if I told you, oh, I watched the whole thing, you know I'm lying. I don't lie about that. I'm not going to say I watched it. I played it, and I left a like and a comment, but I didn't actually watch it. But she got the time. And Belinda, I watch her stuff. I enjoy cooking videos. When she does the little pantry haul type stuff, I mean, I enjoy watching those. They're not that long. But Melinda Elliott, same thing. Melinda live streams, and truthfully, when she does live streams, she'll get a full replay, a comment, and a like. But the shorter stuff I'll look at, but I can't. I don't have the time. I get up in the morning, usually around 5, sometimes 4:30, 5 o'clock. Make some coffee. I start looking at what I'm going to do during the day. Looking to see if I missed anybody coming in on me. It's like everybody else. I look at what's going on. I look at several news sites. I look at Breitbart. I look at 1440 Daily Digest, which is print. You get a synopsis of stuff going on. You can dig in deeper if you want to. I look at several daily that gives you print news that I can look at on my iPhone, and then I watch clips, shorter clips. I like to watch Bill O'Reilly. He does a lot of little synopsis stuff, of what's going on. I like his stuff. He's fairly conservative. He's not unreasonable. I watch that. I watch clips from Fox, little short clips and such. I don't have time to sit. I don't remember how long it's been. It's been like since before the pandemic that I've been to a movie theater. And I don't do a lot of stuff out. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I can remember back in the day when we used to dye eggs. That's really cool, Verna. I bet you enjoyed it. I bet the kids will love it too. And that's the thing I can say about, Verna. She's the quail whisperer. You want to know about rabbits, you want to know about quail, there's your lady. And people have different specialties. They know about different things. So trying to stick to a script, which Uncle Al says, stick to the script. Safety is very important. Water, clean water, food, clean food, safe food, good food, healthy food, medication if you take it, hygiene, hygiene. Having a good radio that you can get stations on. having a means to defend yourself, being aware, staying aware of what's happening. I talk to people. There was a big incident in Russia yesterday in Moscow. Some terrorists went into a concert. I guess it was going to be a rock concert. It was getting ready to start. They went in with automatic weapons fire and grenades and such, and they killed over 100. The death count right now is like 100 and some odd people, and another 100 and some odd were injured. And they've captured some of them. And there was questions about who they are, where they're from, and I'm sure they'll find out more. But I talked to several people who weren't aware of it. I mean, if you check news sources, that'd be big on the news sources. Whether you're conservative or whether you're liberal or whatever, all the news sources are hitting that happened. Now, if it had happened here, there would be sources that would be hitting it hard, and there'd be sources that wouldn't want to hear about it because, you don't want to be weak. You don't want to talk about things that show that you're weak. You know, can't afford to do that. And 134 killed, 240 injured. The death count keeps rising. Thank you, Uncle Al. And Uncle Al texted me about it. He's a good friend. He's a good friend to have. He's a good friend to consult with. He's a good mentor, And we're roughly the same age. He knows more about certain things than I do. I know more about certain things than he does, but he's one you want to listen to. His Die Bullfrog 79. If you're not connected to him, you need to be, and you need to look at some of his stuff. Now, he rants sometimes. I rant sometimes, but he puts out good information. And he's got a loyal following. He hit 2,000 here recently. And he struggled to hit that 2,000. Dang it, he was right there close to it for a long time before he got that 2,000. And it always seems like with YouTube, like you get people. I remember Pastor Justin Green, a friend of mine, up in Ohio. He struggled to hit 1,000. He was right there at it for weeks and weeks before he got over it. And I was shouting him out and encouraging people and asking people to subscribe him. You got a backup channel? Subscribe him on your backup channel. And and when I went, they were saying, you're going to have a hard time getting past. I blew through 1,000. I went from like 940 or 50 to like 1,020, like that. I just blew through it. I wasn't paying attention. I mean, I blew through it in a week, in a week. And some people are able to do that. And I struggled to get to when I went from 14 to 1,500, trying to hit that 1,500 mark, I struggled. I've been growing at over 100 subscribers a month. My subscriber giveaways, which I'm going to do a 1,600 when I get there, my subscriber giveaways, they were hitting it. Every month they were hitting. And embarrassingly, I'd hit a number, and then it'd take me a couple of weeks to get to that, to get my video and my goodie box out and everything, and then I'm already at the next number. So some of those months, I grew I grew. And I wasn't working at the time, and I was putting a lot of time in my channel. I was putting a lot of effort into my channel, really working it, and and I haven't been doing that. You get people, they say, well, you can put up 10 shorts a day. Really? Who the bloody hell has time to think about 10 shorts a day? And then you got people like Bert. Dave in Georgia used to go by Guru and Wahoo the Turtle. Now he's going by Yoda of cards or something, baseball cards. He's changed his name a couple times. And he was when he was working his channel instead of working his girlfriend's channel. You know, he's working Echo's trying to help Echo get to where she needs to be. I mean to tell you, I mean to tell you, that man could put out some shorts. He could put out some beautiful stuff. He would use, I think he was using I think it's called Canva. I don't. But he's putting out some stuff. I mean to tell you, he's putting out some stuff. Uh, Take care, Verna. Appreciate you. If you're not, yeah, Canva, I think it's called. Uh, Creative redundancy, I think it's called Canva. Anyway, I don't use any of that stuff. Now, I will tell you, let's see if I can find it. If you are interested to know how your channel's doing, there is a site you can go to. It does not cost you anything, called Social Blade. SOCIALBLADE, Social Blade. Click on it, Google it, click on it. Click on the YouTube, and then there's a place where you can basically key in the name of your channel or the name of any channel you want, and it will give you a rundown on how that channel's doing. It'll project how the channel's growing, what it's expected to grow, how it's expected to grow. It'll give you a estimate of how much money the channel's bringing in as far as ad revenue and such. It's, and it'll rate your channel. And my channel has been rated as a C+ channel. So, no, it's CANVA, Canva for pictures, and something you can use. And I don't know if you have to pay for Canva or not, but Canva is I haven't, but I've been told by people who, how'd you do that? Oh, Canva. Okay. Yeah. So, there's another app, I guess, sort of like YouTube, but it's supposed to be freer when it comes to what you put up on it. They don't mess with you, called Rumble. And I actually opened a Rumble account. I haven't used it, but I have Rumble, and I've got it on my load up on my phone, Rumble. And it's supposed to be it's sort of like YouTube, but it doesn't have any of they don't screw with you. It's like, now that Twitter's become X, Elon Musk is a lot more, as far as free speech is concerned. He's not going to screw with you because, you're overly, and YouTube has a reputation for I've heard a couple people talking about wanting to buy TikTok. Is it TikTok? It's not Tic Tac. I guess it's TikTok. And they're concerned because it's owned by the CCP, by the communists. And they're concerned that they can use their ability to go in and look at stuff and find out information, personal information, and certain things, and they're concerned about, you know, that the CCP can use that kind of stuff. Mike Crusher Reviews. Hello, Mike. Yes, with all the, and I'm keeping up on what's going on, and I'm trying not to talk about it because I don't want YouTube upset with me because, you know, my perspective tends to go along with the perspective they don't like. So I try not to talk a lot about it, but I will say, um, Truth Search Social is going to merge with another company, and they're going to take it public, and there's some sort of deal, but it'll be like 6 months before he can access the money, and he's going to pick up, Trump is going to pick up like $3.5 to $4 billion in the deal. And right now he's struggling to try to meet these bonds that he has, that from these outrageous sums that the courts, you know, one of them was like 90. He had to put up almost $100 million for one, for that E. Jean Carroll thing that supposedly happened like 35 years ago, that he was accused of something, and like statute of limitations and everything, but they passed a law that would allow a 1-year window to sue for stuff that happened like, you know, back in another lifetime. And then he got stuck. And then this other one with this judge who, you know, he's got to come up with 450 some odd $million. And who's going to have that kind of money laying around, you know? And in order to appeal it, or they're going to start confiscating his, you know, what he owns. And whether you're conservative, whether you're conservative or whether you're more liberal or whatever you are, you should be concerned when you start having people attacked, and the primary motivation seems to be political. You know, somebody starts saying stuff you don't like, don't listen to them. You don't like what I say, don't listen to me. But other people should not want to suppress what I say because they don't agree with me. And that seems to be what a lot of, you know, sites do. And, you know, and the other thing is that you get these people who put out stuff that's obviously, and then they treat it like it's true, and then they got ignorant people who believe them, you know. And some big name sort of left-leaning people, they're starting to look at this stuff and saying, whoa, this is way out of line. It's not just the conservatives who are saying this is way out of line. You're talking about people who tend to be a little bit to the left who are saying this is way out of line, you know. So when you got them saying that they see it's out of line, hello, and they don't back off. They smell blood in the water and they don't back off. And there have been things happening that they can't, like that Riley, Laken Riley, not Lincoln, but Laken Riley. You know, the illegal that got that poor girl. And then there's a video that they don't want to show where you got the National Guard there on a fence, and you got 100 some odd illegals, big men, military age men. They're all rushed this fence and knocked the fence down and rushed, you know. And then I was talking to my wife about it. She says, wait a second, you're telling me the military was there and they basically ran over the military? What'd the military do? Or what'd the National Guard do? Well, you know, it's like they're operating under certain terms. They can't do certain things. And, yeah, Lakin, Riley, Uncle Al. Uh, yeah, it is what it is. So, you know, they're overrunning the Texas National Guard, and it's because the Texas National Guard didn't open fire. Well, you have these terrorists that went to this concert armed with automatic weapons, 4 or 5 of them, and they opened fire on the crowd and killed over 100 people, wounded a bunch more. And you had 30, 40, well, probably a platoon or more of National Guard there. Some of them were armed. You can see some of them had automatic rifles. I'd have stopped that in a hurry. But then what you'd have heard is, oh, those horrible National Guardsmen opened up on those poor immigrants, and they just screamed that they screamed that to high heaven. But they don't show about how they overran the National Guard, knocked them down, run through them, beat on them. They're fighting with them. They don't show that because it doesn't support their narrative. You know, it doesn't support their narrative. But you know, I've read a lot of scripture, and I've looked at a lot of historical stuff because one of my degrees is in history, and I'm not up on it the way I used to be. I mean, used to be able to quote you chapter and verse of stuff, and I really can't do that anymore. But I've got the holistic view of things, the holistic view of what is supposed to happen, you know. And I see things falling into place. What you really need to look to is when the Jews start rebuilding their temple, the third temple. Because a lot of stuff that happens in the book of Revelations relates around that time and relates to the third temple. And there's a big desire to build the third temple. You know, big desire. And you know, and there's a big desire. People desire the second coming. You know, well, who wouldn't? You know, but there are a bunch of people who desire the second coming. There are people who don't want the second coming. You know, there are a lot of non-believers. SD Mountain Man, how's it going? Please leave a like to support the channel. There's a lot of people who don't believe in, you know, Scripture. A lot of agnostics and atheists. The numbers have been increasing. Well, I'm sorry you've been feeling bad. Hey, Uncle Al, if you're going, take care. Appreciate you. Joshua Humphrey, how's it going? $14 likes. So, I need to do the unboxing of one Uncle Al. I told him I was going to do a video. I'll do a video unboxing. He sent me a box. I need to do an unboxing. I don't know if you can see the little Pecron, chunk right there, Pecron. Power station, need to unbox that. This is the box that Uncle Al sent me. Nice box. Very similar to my boxes. Hell, it might be one of my boxes. You know, whoops, I think he reused my box. So I need to do an unboxing. He sent me. Got a couple other people said they sent me or they're sending me hot sauce. Hadn't got them, but you know, you never know the mail. But take care, Creative Redundancy. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. Yeah. Sunday church. So, I need to step up my game. But it's just I sleep a lot. You know, I sleep stress. You know, stress. I gained weight. I'm taking a sugar pill now. I'm taking a metformin. 500 milligrams of metformin. Looks like a huge aspirin for my blood sugar, which is a little high. Well, I gained weight. I'm 250 pounds. Ideally, I should probably weigh around 200, 210. When I graduated from high school, I weighed 180 pounds. And I've gained a lot of weight. And that's bad on your joints, your knees. I can't do what I used to do. Oh, you take 200 milligrams? Well, God bless you, lady. They say there are benefits to metformin. And, you know, I'm not starving and I'm not constantly eating. I don't eat, you know, I'm not eating candy. Hell, I buy candy. I buy boxes of candy for kids, for the wife, for my daughter. I don't eat that stuff. I don't put sugar in stuff. I don't understand it right now. It's like, what the hell happened, you know? I was taking it 2000. Judas Priest. I'm taking like 500 milligrams, I think. Now, they say that dark chocolate's good for you. Good for your heart. It's like red wine or like dark grape juice, like Welch's dark juice, is supposed to be good for your heart. I drink a lot of coffee. I drink some water. I drink the tea. I drink the tea that's unsweetened. It's got the little artificial little packets of tea. I drink lemonade that doesn't have calories. Little packets of it. I don't know. I drink a soda. I drink the old-fashioned Diet Coke, not the Coke Zero, the Diet Coke, the good old-fashioned Diet Coke. I drink Diet Coke, you know. Plastic bottles, Diet Coke. And I'll drink like half the bottle and then put it back in the fridge. You know, probably I got 3 or 4 probably flat bottles in there, like half drunk. Right, half went through. And broth eat fermented foods, drink water and coffee. I wish I lived near you, Claudette. I'm sure my wife and I would be friends with you and your husband. And several people, I wish I lived, most of the people who are here, I wish I lived near you. I'm sure we'd get together occasionally, you know. And, you start thinking about, groups and such and people, who's in your group or what do you have or what do you have to offer a group or whatever. Uh, I would think things go to SHIT, there'd be a lot of people wanting to show up at my place, wanting my help and wanting my food. Um, and yeah, I want to get in a better situation where I'm at. Probably going to move at some point. Like to be more out in the country. Having a water well, having a septic system. I'm on the city sewer now. It used to be a septic system before I ever owned this place. When it was built, it was outside the city limits. It had a septic system. It had a water well. I still got the water well in the back. The water's not really drinkable. It's a shallow well, and it's hard water. Too many minerals. Hard water. You know, good for watering the lawn. Good for that kind of stuff. But water the garden, but not. You know. So I will plan on doing a taco talk tomorrow. I've got to actually put I got to put out some material. Um, this will be a busy week. It's Holy Week, I guess you'd say Holy Week. What you should really, what the early church kept the Sabbath, and the early church kept Passover. Jesus celebrated Passover, and the Lord's Supper was the Passover. You know, He was the Passover sacrifice, and He said, "Do this always in remembrance of me." So, should be off Friday, which is Good Friday. I should be off the following Monday. And if I'm off the following Monday, it'll be the 1st of April. And then I'll go get my license renewed because it's up this month because of my birthday. And coming up in April. And I want to get my license. And I don't want to miss work, so I'll do it on my day off. And, but I'll be back tomorrow. And watch my latest 2-minute video if you would. It's got music to it. If you want to see what it looks like at my job, at work, it shows my classroom, shows pictures of me with various breakfast, lunches, and such, and images of me. I always wear the same. I've got 12, I think, of the same long sleeve white dress shirt. It's my OG. It's my style. Long sleeve white dress shirt, slacks. I wear tennies now instead of wearing dress shoes. The one day I wore dress shoes, I had to chase out after a kid halfway across town, running around. He got a couple of blocks off campus before I got to him, And I learned my lesson about wearing those dress shoes. Anyway, I thank you for coming in. Every day when you wake up, thank God for the day. Be prepared. Scout motto, be prepared. Life is good, but it is what it is. That's one of the things I say. Thank first responders, thank the military, thank law enforcement, thank firemen, thank people who risk their lives. Thank the veterans. Thank them for their service. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Be quick to say, excuse me, or I apologize. Say please and thank you. Show your home training. And everybody, please have a blessed day, and hopefully we'll all be here tomorrow evening for a taco talk. Bye bye. Thank you.